We accidentally destroyed our customer's sidewalk. As we were taking out roots on this guy's property, we backed over this sidewalk and it cracked. It wasn't necessarily our fault. There were a lot of roots under it, but we did crack it, and so we had to replace it. You can see here all the roots that were under this sidewalk originally. They picked the sidewalk up and caused it to have a cavity underneath it, and that's why it broke when we drove our machine over it. We had to get all the roots out from under the sidewalk so that we could put our gravel on a nice even surface so that the concrete wouldn't crack in the future. Some of these roots were 500 pounds or more, and this one right there made a really loud noise when it hit the trailer. But we got all the roots out, and I went to go pick up the concrete and some fence materials we'll need in the backyard. I got back and they had installed the gravel, and then we went ahead and got some lunch. And we came back and I installed a sleeve under the sidewalk for lighting wire. After that, we were ready to pour the concrete. 80-pound bags of concrete are really difficult to work with, especially when you're putting them into a small mixer. But my brother figured out a way to cut the bags in half so that you get two 40-pound bags. And those are way easier to work with and put into the mixer with way less mess. And that really sped the process up for us, and it was way easier to work with these small bags. I think it was a really good decision. We successfully got the section poured, and we had to wait a little bit for it to set up before we could put in our control joints. I don't personally do a lot of concrete, but some of my guys knew exactly what they were doing. We let it set up for a little more time and then came back and put the broom finish on it. After that, we just tidied up the edges and we called it a day. So this section of concrete had been previously cracked due to those tree roots, but we did crack it with our machine again, so we ended up just charging the customer our material cost on this job. But what do you think something like this should cost?